Well, the dew's burned off already. It seems dry out. It's 9 o'clock. We got one load unloaded already. We got 3 left. So they're going to keep working on that while I go out the rake. And I think they'll be done maybe by 10:30, 11 o'clock for sure. Maybe 10:30. I got the inverter pulled out of the barn. That thing's freaking heavy. I didn't want to deal with jumping the forklift's got dead battery, I'm sure. I don't want to deal with jumping that, and then it's kind of tight in there. And then, I mean, forklift can really put stuff in tight quarters, but not where that is. So you just pick up the tongue and you pull it out by hand, and holy cow, that thing's heavy. So the inverter's out. I'm hoping that we'll get time to go invert that clover because the bottom of the windrows was kind of damp. I wasn't a huge fan of it, so we'll see what we can get done here today. We got a lot to do, and the days aren't long enough to do it all. So, all right, guys, we're in our last field of first cutting. We're finally getting it raked up, and as you can tell, the fact that we're raking two 19-foot swaths together, it's not anything too thick. A lot of people questioned if this stand was worth keeping, you know, neighbors and people in the community here, and figured, well, I don't know, but we're gonna find out. Usually at first cut, it seems like on some of these new seedings, it just doesn't perform very well, but it kind of comes out of it. We're gonna maybe put some foliar and molasses on it possibly and see if we can push it, get some tonnage out of second cut. I don't know, there's a lot here to rake. It's some really, really nice hay. So I guess, you know, I don't know, let's just do some ballpark numbers. I don't know. You know, like really good first cut might be 100 bale an acre or 2.5 tons an acre, whatever you want to call it. This is probably barely going to do 45 bale an acre if I had to guess. We're going to small square bale some, big square bale the rest, or round bale. There's some foxtail on the north side of the field I don't want baled up in small squares. Yeah, it's thin, but it looks like a third cutting hay. It's really nice. It'll sell really well. So I guess the flip side is 100 bales an acre, say $5 a bale, or you get 50 bales an acre at 8 or 9, and you have less handling. You're gonna make more money at that cheaper hay with more tonnage, but you know, at the end of the day, if you ain't got it, you ain't got it, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's not like I purposefully chose to have lower yield. That's just how this kind of fleshed out here. So, yeah, I think it'll sell, be some pretty nice hay. We're moving along pretty good. I don't know if you can see that. 7 to 8 mile an hour is what we're running. It's raking clean, putting two together. I don't know how many acres an hour we're going to be knocking out with this, but it sure feels like we're moving through it, because that's, I don't feel like I've been doing this all that long, and it's a pretty good section of hay already raked. I mean, there's still a lot to go, don't get me wrong, but we're moving through it. It is pretty thin. You got to think that you shouldn't be able to see the ground through the windrow of a 19-foot mower on first cutting. So we're putting two of these together. There's a lot of windrows out here, but not a lot of hay on a per acre basis, but there's a lot of hay in total because there's a lot of acres. So I just can't believe how nice this is. I just wish there wasn't all this trash on the ground that's getting raked up in the windrows. But I guess better to get it now, even though this is nice stuff, because if it's this nice at first, I can only imagine the second cut, third cut are going to be nicer. So get all the debris raked up and baled off now, and it'll be gone in the later cuttings because he no-tilled into this. I think he had a cover crop. I don't know. It was kind of weedy or whatever it was. He just planted into it. Or I think he maybe mowed it down with a sickle bar and just laid it flat and then planted through that. But he left all this debris. It's hard to see. I don't know. You can see right there kind of all that debris, and the rake's wanting to pick that up and throw it in the windrow. So that's really hurting the quality a little bit. I just haven't decided exactly if we want to be small square bale in here or not. I haven't ruled it out. We got to get it raked up first. So it just blows my mind how quickly this stuff bleaches out. I mean, you can see it's just yellow. It looks like absolute junk. And you look into the windrows like, shoot, that stuff's pretty green. So we got here, we're going to do 2 headlands. Kind of see I over-raked, so there was 4 headland passes here with the mower. You can see a little bit there. Right there you can see. So we're going to kick that back, clean up the tips of these rows here, shave them off. You can see everywhere where I go across, right there how green that is. It's nice looking stuff, really is. This field will look really, really pretty when I get done raking here. I mean, it already looks pretty cool. I mean, these rows look nice. It just stinks they're so far apart. The this is a field I was doing by the ton, I would be all over it because, you know, I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, it's nice to have more tons of hay to make, but when you get this high quality stuff and you have a locked in predetermined price per ton, you can make some decent margin. When this field we're renting, shoot, I kind of want the tons. It really sucks when you're buying it by the ton and the quality is kind of diminished and you have a lot of tons. It's really nice when you have really high quality stuff, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I love to have a lot of tons of a really high quality stuff, but they don't always go hand in hand. Well, we're getting to the end. We just got them 2 rows left, and you can see what's in front of me here. Just clean this up. Looks really nice. Gonna be super easy to bale. Tons of room on this headlands. I think moving forward, we're gonna do 4 headland passes with the mower. I've done 2, and it's a little too tight. The only downside of doing 4 like we are now, I don't know if you can tell how bouncy it is in the cap. This field's really smooth, and even in our smooth fields, you start going against traffic, it gets rough. And that's only good, it seems like, for like 60 feet or so. You do 4 passes, you're pushing out in that 75, 80 foot, and then it gets kind of rough. Which is just for the 1 pass, it's not terrible. Some fields it's just rough no matter which way you go. But some fields don't have a very smooth headlands anyhow, but that's a small thing. It's nice having the space to get turned around. Stuff looks absolutely beautiful. Still a little tough. It won't twist off clean at 3 twists like you want, but oh my goodness, for first cutting this looks like third. Really does. I have never seen first cut this nice. I just hope we keep some of that color in it. We still have clover to finish baling, probably 10 or 15 acres of that, so, but it's definitely not far off from being fit to bale if we get to it tonight. Still have another 36 acres I want to try and big square bale some, maybe all of yet today. I'm gonna go do that here soon. I'm gonna go check that field now. Oh my gosh, this stuff is nice. This stuff's actually a little on the tough side. I'm kind of shocked. Get out of the shade here. Look at all the leaf though. And it looks really bleached because it is. You get in and we got that color back. But it is tough. It's not ready to bale. I'm shocked. I mean, this humidity ain't helping anything. We got a really good breeze, so that'll get us a start. We got 2 wagons in tow, heading down to the clover now. It is hot. It's already 2 o'clock. On my second coffee already, so that'll keep us going here. We'll see. Hopefully we make it to the next farm after we get this field knocked out today and get started on the next field. If things go really smooth, if I can be there by, say, 6 or 7 o'clock and get the big square baler rolling in it too, I might just about finish that 53 acres. I doubt it's going to happen. If we get 3, 4, maybe 4 loads filled, small squares, I think that'd be, I would call that a good day. So, we'll see. Well, we're getting some clover baled. It's finally dry. My wife inverted this today. She just pulled the inverter around with the pickup truck. It worked pretty good. It's ground drive, so pretty nice to shoot down here with the truck, convert, shoot right back home with the inverter, and it's done. Getting later started than I wanted. I wasn't even planning the small square bale clover today. I was having my wife do it and my dad haul, but nothing else was quite ready to bale, so I'm like, well, I might as well do this so we can really get this knocked out and start in on that later today if there's time. Stuff just kind of gets pushed back today. This humidity is not helping anything at all. But we're plugging away now. My wife's getting me more refrigerant. This AC is keeping up okay today. It's not great. Still sweating a little bit here in the cab, but it could be much, much worse. I've made a lot of hay without AC. It's nothing unique to me, but I sure don't like remembering what that used to be like. I like staying cool. But anyways, let's get some hay baled up. Hey guys, caught my ring on the door handle, climbing out. This ain't the first time. I got 7 stitches in that finger already. Everything's blurry. My wife's coming. I just need to cool down here. Hope we can get the ring off, wrap it in a rag or something, and finish baling today. This is not ideal. I'm glad we had a lot of sport. My mom just picked me up for urgent care. My wife's parents are watching the kids. My dad's hauling wagons. I'm gonna hop in that truck. I'm gonna start hauling wagons here. Looks like we got 2 loaded. My wife's loading 1 right now. Looks like we're getting to be about done. I think the rest of this will fit on one load, so we'll have one empty we can even start into the next field on, which is just really cool. Really cool, really happy about that. Uh-oh, why is she stopping? Must have had a big wad or something. So we've got 3 loads, about 3 rows fit on a wagon, so she'll have exactly one empty to go to the next field. That's exactly what I want. It's nice looking clover too, for the most part. Well, I hope I don't give any wrong impressions with any of this. I'm not trying to put on any tough guy act or none of that, but sometimes this stuff just plain sucks. It really does. You get off with the best of intentions, excited, ambitious, and ready. Days like these can really knock you down a couple pegs, I guess. 'Cause we still have a lot of hay to bale. Straw's coming up. He's hoping to start cutting wheat this week. With my luck, I sure hope not, but with my luck, he's gonna get started cutting right before the rain. It's gonna rain, and then we're gonna have to rake straw, which is something I really hate doing. You know, the less I have to touch something, the better. I love baling right behind the combine, I really do. But I don't know. I try to be real on this. This is just kind of show you what we're doing here on the farm, and what we're doing, I guess. Maybe a little bit of how we're feeling. I'm not trying to get all touchy-feely or none of that, but yeah, some of the stuff really can kind of knock you down on your knees a little bit, but it doesn't really matter how you're feeling, I guess, when you have a lot to do, and we did it to ourselves. I know a lot of people I know some folks, I'm not trying to bash on any one person or say it's right or wrong, and everyone's got their own reasons for doing what they're doing, but maybe shied away from trying to take on a lot, and you know, now where we're at, I kind of get why some folks have, and to say I've learned my lesson today is probably not true. I mean, I learned my lesson. I'm not going to be wearing a wedding ring anymore, especially when I'm farming. I'll have a scar to remind me. I already had a scar. This is the second time this has happened to me. You would think I wouldn't be wearing it now, I guess. I just thought once was just a fluke, you know. You don't hear it happen too often. Well, now we're 2 times in, and 7 stitches the first time, 6 stitches today. First time was 3 years ago, shortly after my son was born. He's 3 years old now. Today is his birthday, actually. Just turned 3. This is my second time getting stitches on the same finger. The first time I was climbing down off a trailer and caught it, so that was fun. I didn't finish the story. I got a call there, but I'm hauling my worst wagon home. Just hoping we'll make it back at this rate. This thing's got a pretty tire rubbing and everything. But anyhow, first time I was climbing, I had that old pintle hitch trailer with the flip-up ramps, so they stick up like 4 feet on the back end. I was fixing some straps on round bales and climbing down those ramps like a ladder, you know, and my ring got caught as I was jumping off of the ramps, and that was worse than this one. I just wrapped it in a rag, and at that time I was getting bales weighed. It was the first loads out of the field, so I went and actually got a weight on them, waited at the auction yard to get unloaded, got an empty weight, drove home. My dad cut the ring off side cuts in the driveway, and used needle nose pliers to pull it off, and then we went to the hospital and got her all fixed up. That was 3 years ago. Today, caught on the door handle, climbing out of the cab of the white. I was in a hurry, like I was last time, and maybe I just need to slow down a little, but you always feel like you're behind, and you just try to push, and then you end up making mistakes like this that just cost you time, and now I'm not as effective, as useful on the farm as I was, you know, 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago, whenever it happened. So it's definitely not an ideal situation we found ourselves in, but it's the situation we're in, so we're going to see if we can find a way around it. We got 3 kids unloading hay right now. Really grateful we have that, because that's just huge. It takes a lot of weight off my shoulders knowing we got some help there. I put some feelers out to some other people, see if we can maybe get someone who could help drive truck or do something if we need it. I'm hoping it doesn't come to that. I'm pretty comfortable driving truck with it, just taking it easy. I don't know if I'd want to take a tractor down the road. Not to say I can't. I'm not trying to, you know, be a crybaby about it or nothing, but, you know, you going down the road a little bit faster and moving the wheel more, sometimes that can just put more pressure on it, and that's the biggest thing. It kind of sucks. That last time I did, I was running skid steer, and it's like every time you move that left hand, the blood kind of moves around in the finger and then puts pressure on it. It just kind of hurts, and it really bothers you. Driving a tractor down the road, like a truck automatic, I can steer with my right hand, but tractor, not really, where you got to run the power shift or shifter, CVT, whatever tractor you're running, right? You're gonna have your right hand doing something, your left hand on the wheel. So when I'm in the field, I think I'm pretty comfortable doing that, where things are a lot slower going, 2 to 5 mile an hour. That's not so bad. But going down the road, I might have my wife move equipment around, and I'll just drive car or truck around and pick her up. And we only got a couple things to shuffle around, so really not a great deal. We're all north now, ready for that to be done. We got one wagon left and some bales that fell off of wagons we got to pick up. I was trying to fill these way too full just to make sure it fit. So we had a fair amount of bales fall off of wagons, so we'll have to go pick all that up. But otherwise, this field's done. Really excited about that. My wife's moving to the next field now. It's already 8 o'clock, so I don't have very high expectations of any productivity coming out of that, but we'll see. Wow. That's a nice looking stack. These kids did a good job, a dang good job. I'm really happy. And we got to sort out the bad bales from the bad tarp. Hopefully we can kind of get this area here all freed up. Oh, the fun of livestock and being busy. Hey guys, you getting some water? What the rest of the sows doing? Looks like they got some water. They got their second feeding of the day. I need to put some extra water in for there's some piglets. Oh boy, what a day. Oh boy.